Thank you. Hi. That's nice. That makes me, this is one of those days when I could use a little encouragement. Did you ever have one of those days you get up in the morning and, the toothpaste tube bends in the middle and the line snarls on your yo-yo and the kids have swallowed the tickets and, it's one of those days. But things have got to get better, even though our first guest is a fella who does nothing more than just fiddle around. But wait till you see him fiddle around. Meanwhile, let's meet hello to our panel right here on To Tell the Truth. Tom Poston, Peggy Cass, Bill Cullen, and Kitty Carlisle. We got a hot team going for us here this morning.
Oh, thank you.
We have our regulars, Kitty Carlisle, Peggy Cass, and Bill Cullen.
And what am I? What does that make me? Very irregular.
We have a slightly irregular Tom Poston.
Well, there's one person up there who's not applauding when they said. Why isn't it?
He's slightly irregular, but his psychiatrist is working on it and says he'll be all right in a very short while.
He's asked if I could please appear on the panel lying down. My psychiatrist says I could do much better if I could just lie down here and ask questions.
We'll get you a couch,
yes,
Tom. Now let's meet the lady who makes a vacation out of going to the dentist.
Number one, what is your name, please?
My name is Louise Shaw.
Number two.
My name is Louise Shaw.
Number three.
My name is Louise Shaw.
And listen, if you will, to the dental declaration of Louise Shaw. This is what it says. I, Louise Shaw, love to go to the dentist, and getting there is half the fun. Here's the story. I just whip off to the airport and catch a plane to Germany. Once in Deutschland, I get my dental work done, have a bit of a European vacation, and come home with a total bill about half of what my dentist's fee would have been here in the United States. And that includes my airfare. It all has proved such a happy arrangement that my husband and daughter have followed my example, and now we all go to the same dentist, 5,000 miles away. Here's another fringe benefit to my long-distance dental plan. My airfare counts as a deductible medical expense. Signed, Louise Shaw. And somewhere down in Washington, there's a man with the International Revenue Service with a pencil, and he's listening very carefully. Let's start the questioning with Bill Cullen.
Yeah, Louise, number two, how did you first get this idea of going to Germany to have your teeth taken care of?
Well, about 10 years ago, we lived in Germany. My husband built a plant over there.
Uh-huh.
And we had a number of friends there. And so when I developed these dental problems, I thought, why don't I find someone over there through one of my friends, which is what I did.
All right, now, number one, you mentioned that this whole thing, including your airfare, which is deductible, at least until this time, you mentioned the whole thing is less expensive than having the dental work done over here. Is that because the dental work is that much less expensive in Germany?
Yes, yes.
For instance, well, I don't know what how much is a filling? Well, how much dental work do you have done when you go there? Is it just sort of checkup?
I have major dental work, crowns, dentures.
And that buzzer takes place to Kitty Carlisle.
I thought it was kind of hard to have crowns and dentures both, but maybe you do. Number two, what's to prevent you from going to New Delhi for your optometrist and your orthopedic man in Fiji?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any friends in those places, to put me in contact with doctors.
Well, but for that kind of fringe benefits, a little effort is worthwhile, no?
Yes.
Number three, have you tested this with the IRS?
Yes, I have.
And it's gone through?
Yes, it has.
Oh, that's absolutely gorgeous. Number one, what about your daughter? Now, she can't have all that much work to do at her age. Is it worthwhile her going to Germany, too, just to have a few fillings?
She went for orthodontic work.
Ah, that is worth it. I've had that for my children. That's worth it.
This whole thing sounds like a song title. I went to Galway for my gallstone. Let's get on to Tom Poston.
I was going to ask, too, as well, number 2, what if you don't need major dental work? I mean, surely you can't need it every time. Number 2, do you go to a dentist regularly?
Yes, I have a dentist at home, but this was going to be so major and so costly that when I heard the price from my dentist at home, I thought, well, there must be another way. So, I mean, I'll go to my regular dentist for regular checkups.
Thank you. Well, then, number 3, how often do you do this? Is it just a one-time thing? Is that it?
No, I did it in 1959 when I lived in Germany, and I have done it in 1968, and we just did a recent trip this past Christmas.
Thank you. Number 1, do the German...
And finally, we go to Peggy.
Okay, number 2, how many crowns did you get?
Well, 6.
Number 3, did you use porcelain crowns or gold crowns?
No, I didn't have any crowns. My work was done with those gum.
Oh, gee willikers. But number 1, you said your daughter went for orthodontic work. Well, now, I happen to have worn braces for 8 years. And I know that you have to go to the dentist once a month. Does your kid slip off to Cologne or wherever it is once a month?
No,
How often does she have to go over there for her braces to be tightened up?
not again.
Well, number 1, who maintains the braces once she has them on?
She does not have the kind that they use in the States.
Oh, God, they've been ahead of us in everything. I don't know how we won the war. Number 2, do they use Novocaine over there? Or is it painless, Parker, or not?
Yes, it's painless. It's just like, it's as painless as it is at home, or as painful.
Now, number 3, what city is this famous dentist in?
Kaiserslautern, Germany.
Oh, how terrific.
You get tooth trouble just from pronouncing that. But we have heard a little bell ring, and that means we have to mark our ballots, and we have to decide, do we think it's number 1, or number 2, or number 3? We know what the penalties are, so we won't bother with that. If everybody has marked their ballots, Bill Cullen, we'll start with you.
You know, it gave me a tremendous idea. I know a great barber in Ceylon that I think I'm going to start going to every couple of weeks. I voted for number 3.
We got a 3 showing, and Kitty.
Barbering is not allowed, but I voted for number 3. I thought she was the right one.
Pair of 3s, and Tom?
I voted for number 2.
Oh.
She's got a deep German suntan, and I thought maybe that would account for it.
And Peg.
Well, I think that it's worthwhile. 6 crowns, it costs an awful lot of cabbage, so I think it's number 2. And I don't believe that anybody has a brace that doesn't have to be checked once in a while. They used to call me Zipper Mouth.
When could ever that have been?
When I had braces all over my teeth.
The zipper must be getting terribly rusty. The votes are all in. And with the greatest of joy, will the real Louise Shaw please stand up? Yay! Great imposters. Great imposters, you have won $500. And number 2, tell us about yourself, please.
My name is Jeannie Friedman. I'm a housewife, and my son was number 1 in the fiddler spot.
And number 3, tell us about yourself, please. What's your real name? What do you do?
My name is Sylvia Cardell, and I am selling service manager for Bonwit Teller, 5th Avenue.
Louise Shaw, you and your teammates have done a marvelous job. Thank you very much for being with us on To Tell the Truth. Have a nice trip next time. Well, friends, we'd like to spend more time with you, but I have to go to Hong Kong for a hangnail, and so we'll see you the next time around. Okay?
This is Johnny Olson speaking for To Tell the Truth.